First and foremost, before we get started, I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rekah Kwadash, and the Bon Sells Great Millstone, Wallington's Truth, and also to those elect that scattered abroad. I like to say, Shalom, and come back here today with another great powerful lesson through the spirit of power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And the title of the lesson is, their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So I like to say Shalom to all our listeners and learners. Hope this will help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So let's get this quick news article here by the Hill. And it reads, it said, first human brain implant malfunction, Neuralink says. Let's go a little bit more. It said the first Neuralink implant in a human malfunction after several threads recording a neural activity retracted from the brain. The Elon Musk owned startup revealed Wednesday. Let's get a little bit more. It says the threads retracted in the weeks following the surgery in late January that placed the Neuralink hardware in 29-year-old Nolan Arbog's brain. The company says in a blog post. Let's get a little bit more, and we'll break it down. It said this reduced the number of effective electrodes and the ability of Arbog, a quadriplegic, to control a computer console with his brain. So what we're seeing here that the Lord is constantly is getting ready to cut him off. We're seeing that he will not be able to perform his enterprise, his plan, his agenda, his plot. What is that? Total control. So we know that we're coming upon this time. So we already know they had these lying wonders. It shall go into your right hand or your forehead. So we know that he performed the first Neuralink brain chip in January. So now they're having problems with this Neuralink startup chip. So we already knowing that it's already said that the Lord said that right when he's getting ready to fill his belly, the Lord's going to cast down his wrath upon him. So we know that these things are getting ready to happen. We knowing that he held bound that he cannot pass. So this dude right here was he was paralyzed. And one thing about it is that they saying that will make you walk again, saying that you'll be able to see again. You'll be able to think clear. Just giving you a certain example. You'll be able to be like a superhero. You'll be able to read people's thoughts, all sorts of things that they're coming up with lying wonders or lying miracles. And one thing about it, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, what his mindset. So one thing about it, we know that he wants that total control. And one thing about it, we know that he has a God complex. He constantly imagine a vain thing. So let's go here. Just a quick lesson through the spirit. Let's go here. I got a quick video on it too to bring it out with a little bit more edification. So we knowing that Elon Musk is constantly pushing there, so this is lining up with Revelation chapter 13, 15 through 18, shall go into your right hand or your forehead. This Bible is spot on. The Lord will constantly warn you left and right. These things are coming to pass. A lot of people are saying, that ain't that. This ain't going to happen. I don't believe this. I don't believe that. And one thing about it, that we see that the truth is constantly being declared. And one thing about it, the Lord is shedding light on all this deception, lies, and darkness. The Lord is making it happen. So let's go here. Let's get a quick precept here. Let's go here to Psalm chapter 2 and verse 1. It said, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? When you go in that word vain, something that is worthless, something that is not of value. And one thing about a lot of these, these nations, these heathen nations, they're raising up. They're want to start this brick nation. Also, they want to start their own currency backed by gold. And one thing about it, they're trying to be the next superpower. And one thing about it, we already knowing that America is constantly on the decline, and these other nations are fighting for power, for position. And one thing about it, we're in that transition of power. The next superpower, what is coming, is the kingdom of heaven that dwells in Christ Esau is the end of this earth age, this temporal world, this wicked world. And Jacob is the beginning of it that follow the kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it is that, that's they imagine a vain thing. And Lord is in perfect control. So we seeing that, his hands will not be able to perform his enterprise, whereby, he's telling you about this new society, about this Catholic society, and shall, be a part of this new society that's coming into place, digital Catholic society. You will have to take it under your skin. But the Lord already said they will not be able to perform the enterprise. They'll get the tooth there, but the house of David, the true believer, we would not bend a fold. And one thing about it, the Lord is going to deliver us. So now, let's start the video, and after the video, we will start the lesson. I have one quick video, then we'll start the lesson.
Neuralink, Elon Musk's venture, recently reported a setback in its first human implant trial. The subject, Noland Arbaugh, experienced issues with the brain-computer interface following surgery. Despite this, Arbaugh has successfully utilized the system for activities like online chess and gaming. The N1 implant, equipped with 1,024 electrodes, encountered some retraction issues post-surgery, affecting its performance. However, Neuralink has since made adjustments, resulting in significant improvements in cursor control. The company aims to enhance the implant's capabilities to enable quadriplegic patients to control various technologies independently, including robotic arms and wheelchairs.
So let's start today's lesson. We'll start in I start off in second let's start off in Job chapter 5. So like it. Start off in Job chapter 5. Let's start here. Title of the lesson. Job chapter 5 and verse 12. Job chapter 5 and verse 12. Let's start here. And it reads, he disappoints the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So that's what we're seeing. We're seeing that, Elon Musk right now, he thought it was a success back in January, all the first human trial, it's great, blase, and all of a sudden we're seeing that these threads are retracting from the brain. So one thing about it, it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Abshai. And we already know about who are the crafty, these global elites, the one that's constantly running this world down into to chaos. So we already know that the earth was given into the hands of the wicked, but only for a short season. So we're in that short season right now, and the Lord is constantly, it's putting a monkey wrench in his program, and devices goes into his mindset, which in fact, his plan, his plot, his agenda. We already know what that agenda is. And one thing about it is, this new world order, this beast banking system that they're trying to put into play. Everyone on the planet, they want to have you under total surveillance. But hey, the Lord is getting ready to disappoint. Verse 13 said, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsels of the forward is carried headlong. So we seeing that right there, man. The Lord is doing a mighty work. Verse 14, he said, they meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. So one thing about it, they constantly moving, very privately, very secretly, but the Lord see them. And one thing about it, the Lord's constantly exposing them. He's making Esau bury and bury, So we seeing right now that the covering cast has been removed. So everything is pretty much all in your face. Even these unbelievers, they're looking dead at the truth. The Lord is laying everything out there, So we seeing right now steady trying to move into darkness, but the Lord is shedding light on darkness. One thing about it, we seeing it left and right, man. And the Lord is constantly doing a mighty work. Verse 15 said, but he saves the poor from the sword, and from their mouth, and from the hands of the mighty. So one thing about it, we already know that the poor goes into Israel. And also he said he's going to save you from their devices, their agenda, different things like that, in the hands of the mighty. And one thing about it, we already know right now who have the power in his hands right now is, Esau Edom. He's constantly trying to perform this thing, something that is very not of value, or not profitable. You know, see, because one thing about we're in that transition of power, so he can try anything that he wants to try, but the Lord is getting ready to cut him off. So we see it right now. He's getting ready to disappoint him. You know, we know that the devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath. Also, we know he's getting ready to try to fill his belly. This new system he's getting ready to put into place. So now let's go here. Hoping I wasn't rambling. Let's go here. Second Corinthians, just a very quick lesson through the Spirit, and I hope that you will get edified. Let's go here. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 7, it said, "For the mystery of iniquity do already work. Only he who now lets will let until he be taken out the way." And now by that he is Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua. So the Lord is in perfect control. So the mystery of iniquity right now is working right now. You know, all this you seeing all this different pseudoscience. We're seeing this different technology, AI, you know what I'm saying, robotics. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing this Neuralink. Also, we're seeing that grain of rice, all these things coming. It's working right now. We're seeing it happening right before our eyes. So let's read this once again. It said, "For the mystery of iniquity do us already work. Only he who now lets will let until he be taken out the way." So it's very soon that the Lord's getting ready to take this red devil out of the way very soon, and we cannot wait. Verse 8, it said, "And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming." So one thing about it, we already know who the wicked is right now. He's being revealed. The Lord's constantly making him bear his shameful spirit upon his glory. You know what I'm saying? The so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, and the Lord the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, the prophet. So we seeing that the prophets out in the highways and byways, constantly signing and crying, constantly warning you of pestilence, constantly warning you of evil time, Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation, warning you of all sorts of events that's getting ready to take place. You know, right before our eyes, Jacob's trouble. We seeing that we're very close to these times. And it said with the brightness of his coming. So the Lord is going to return in a great fathership. You know, in the valley of Jehoshaphat. When you go to Joel chapter 3, and also 2 Ezra chapter 13, it tell you about his great and glorious return. So the Lord is getting ready to return, whether you believe it or not. So we seeing right here, you know, the Lord is constantly going to cut him off. You know, everything that he's trying to do, he's moving with warp speed, constantly trying to do test runs on this, test runs on that. Whatever he's trying to try, the Lord is getting ready to cut him off forever. So we don't have anything to worry about. All we must do is constantly trust and believe in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Verse 9, it said, "Even him who is coming after the workings of Satan with all powers and signs and lying wonders." So one thing about who is coming after the workings of Satan, the physical counterpart of Satan, it's the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. We're seeing what Elon Musk is trying to do. We already know about the WEF and also the WHO. You know, we have to watch what we say, but we're seeing that what they're trying to do. You know, so we seeing that the Lord is putting him right on Front Street, and those lying wonders go into that Neuralink and also that grain of rice. So let's and one thing about it, so. You know, these things right here, a lot of people gonna get enticed. A lot of people gonna trust in the strength. You know, if a man lean, if a man depend or trust, it shall go into his right hand or into his forehead and pierce it. So you understand what I'm saying? So we're seeing that a lot of people gonna trust in the strength of Egypt, and they will be totally destroyed. So a lot of people gonna line up like clockwork. You know, they're gonna give you, say, "Oh, we have some money free for you. It's universal basic income." A lot of people gonna line up, "Oh, it's nothing. This is not the market to be. This ain't that." You know, so we're gonna have a lot of people don't have faith, and when they do go along with the program, they will be totally destroyed. Verse 10, it said, "And with all deceivingness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved." Verse 11 said, "And for this cause the Almighty shall send them a strong delusion, that they should believe a lie." So a lot of people are going to believe that lie, you know, because one thing about it, you know, they're not trusting, you know, they're not depending on Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, they're leaning on their own understanding. We already know that two parts therein will be cut off and die. So we a lot of people going to line up, you know, "Oh, I'll take it, I will take it." Verse 12, it said that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasures in unrighteousness. So that's what's going to happen. You know, a lot of people will be taking it in a great number. So this is the penalty, you know, from taking this lying wonders or this mark. You know what I'm saying? This grain of rice. So this is what will happen to you. You have to suffer the second death, the lake of fire, which in fact is America. Let's go here. The Revelation, we'll get one more. Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And it reads, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. So that's plain and simple right there. So we're seeing about this Neuralink, it malfunction. And one thing about it, it's going to malfunction even more. We'll give you also a grievous sore when you go to Revelation, I think, 16. So a lot of these things get ready to come into play, give you a cancerous sore. So we're seeing that right now, he will not be able to perform his enterprise. The Lord is disappointing him. We've seen it happen. The spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. And also we already know what that mark goes into, what? The charagma. So a lot of these things coming up. The image of the beast is this new world order is getting ready, to get ready to put it into play. Let's see here. It said, verse 10, it said, the same shall drink the wine of the wrath of the Almighty, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Verse 11, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and forever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receives the mark, the charagma, in his name. So one thing about it, so a lot of people right now, they're doing these test runs, they're putting it all in front of your face. We know that the stage is set, all things are ready. And one thing about it, who are you going to depend on? We're going to depend on Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, because we know that he is the only way, and also he is the only answer. And one thing about it is that, a lot of people are in for a rude awakening. Even Esau, Edom, the devil that the Bible speaks of, we see it right happen here with Elon Musk. He tried to figure it all out, but one thing about it, the Lord is putting a monkey wrench in his program. Hey, man, he's imagining a vain thing. And when the Lord show up, the Lord's going to put him right on into slavery. You know what I'm saying? All these things are right here is he's imagining what? A vain thing. So let's go here. This is what the Lord said here in Malachi chapter 1. We'll close out here. Malachi chapter 1. Malachi chapter 1. See, Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4. And it says, wherein Edom says, we are impoverished, said, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, our armies, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord has indignation forever, or righteous anger forever. So one thing about it is, they will build. So we're seeing that they trying to bring this new system into play, this new world order, this Catholic society. And one thing about it is digital IDs, dealing with your biometrics, he constantly imagine a vain thing. And also this Neuralink, you'll be able to see again. You'll be able to walk again. You'll be able to be a superhero. You'll be able to be immortal. You'll be just like Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. That's imagine a vain thing. And one thing about it, this is, it's that the Esau, Edom is the border of wickedness. And one thing about it, the Lord said they will build, but I will throw down. So whatever they're trying to do, they will not be able to perform the enterprise. The Lord is getting ready to return. The Lord is going to destroy all his armies, all his technology, all his pseudoscience, all his lying wonders. The Lord is going to destroy that through the spirit and the power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So let's read this one more time and we'll close out. It says here, Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4 he said, whereas Edom says, we are impoverished, but we will return and build a desolate place. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord has indignation forever. So one thing about it, we're seeing what they're doing left and right. And all these nations right now are getting ready to turn against Babylon the Great. And also the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. We know that he's getting ready to try to fill his belly with his enterprise, his agenda, his plan, his plot. But one thing about it, the Lord said, hey, they'll try. But the Lord's getting ready to come back and throw him down. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about it, cut him off forever. And so one thing about it, and no one is going to escape the hands of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. They will build, but the Lord said, I will throw down. So the title of the day lesson, once again, is their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem, Rekah Kwadash. I like to say, Shalom. Shalom.